Lead beyond. We are the JCI Manila. Lead beyond. We are the JCI Manila. Lead beyond. We are the JCI Manila. JCI Manila bigger than before. Lead beyond. We are the JCI Manila. Lead beyond. We are the JCI Manila. Lead beyond. We are the JCI Manila. JCI Manila. Let's lead beyond.
LB26 hindi magpapatalo. Meron pa bang masihigit? Sige, subukan ninyo. Basta kami nandito, hindi matitibag to. Laging itotodo ang lahat, ibibigay, ipapanalo.
Sa dami-dami na nating mga nagawa, mas titibay pa tayo lalo dahil palaging handa. Hindi pangkaraniwan, kami ay pangdiinan. We are the JCI Manila that will lead you beyond. Lead beyond. We are the JCI Manila. Lead beyond. We are the JCI Manila. Lead beyond. We are the JCI Manila. JCI Manila bigger than before. Lead beyond. We are the JCI Manila. Lead beyond. We are the JCI Manila. Lead beyond. We are the JCI Manila. JCI Manila. Let's lead beyond. Lead beyond expected. Lead beyond the limit. Find leadership through the service. We are committed. Yeah, we lead beyond like that. Rugby Siguro, special projects are legit. Community development, si David always mentioned it.
JCI, making national ties. Habang si Alf Yap, repping on that global light.
Place open, then you know you belong. Urban Cement, is guiding you along. Fighting teams and LOM keep on creating. VLDs are great leaders who be training. Mamungo sa isa't isa, walang iwanan. Tunay makisama ang nararamdaman. Members first, alam niyo yan. Mga GMMs na ating aabangan.
2026 WorldCon, more collaborations.
Making moves for the next generation.
Jeff Tato talking global tone. External waves, he be connecting all that zone. Chino inside, making bonds appeal. Internal strong, that's fam, man, that's the field. Community affairs, Francis Deo in the field.
He'll be leading the cause and he will make it real. Joshua Aragón, treasurer on the road.
SG, Bobby Castro, palaging in control.
Matt Flores, EVP for success. Pushing dreams, no doubt, always for the best. And finally, the realest el presidente. Ang leader na totoo, mga miyembro ay kampante. Ang legacy ang iiwanan ng permanente. The one and only press, we call Edison K. We are the JCI Manila. Lead beyond. We are the JCI Manila. Lead beyond. We are the JCI Manila. JCI Manila bigger than before. Lead beyond. We are the JCI Manila. Lead beyond. We are the JCI Manila. Lead beyond. We are the JCI Manila. JCI Manila. Let's lead beyond. It's real when you feel.
This is your 2026 JCI Manila Basketball League, presented by Baraga Trading, powered by Kings of the Court. And we are down to the final game of the evening here at Upper Deck Sports Center West Court in Pasig City. And Jack Salamia, Firestop Honda Mobile Mines, opening the scoring with back-to-back baskets. And welcome back, coming from appendectomy. And as good as ever, Salamia gives it up to Mark Vincent Co. And Salamia throws the ball away. Profeta gets called for steps. This is Diego Del Paz bringing you the action here in the D League. Mark Vincent Co sends it to Salamia. 14 on the shot clock. They try to go inside to Andro Blay. but there's a whistle on the floor.
Foul score number 19, Kiel Profeta is first.
Kiel Profeta called for that foul. And it's 14 seconds on the shot clock here for fire stop. Mark Vincent Ko nearly had the ball tapped away. Tried to make the cross-court pass, stolen away. And here comes Perpetual Help F2 Logistics. They send it out to Patrick Chan. Elbow three off to the right. Rebound, Andrew Blay. Lawrence Santos pushing pace here. Santos now to Mark Vincent Ko. 12 seconds on the shot clock. They send it to Salamia. Blay, give and go with Jack Salamia. All 6 points so far for fire stop from Jack Salamia. .60 start and a three-pointer on the way. Bingo time. But that's a long two. That was ruled right there. It's a silly turnover right there for Fire Stop Honda Mobile Mines. That's against Glenn Chan. Another three on the way, and it goes out of bounds. Iron deficient. 7:05 left here in the opening period. Salamia, they try to go downstairs, stolen away by Profeta. Here comes Ramos. Stop and pop. Jay off to the left. Mark Vincent Ko falls down the rebound and hounded by Ramos.
Foul score number 31, David Ramos is first.
Last foul was called on David Ramos. And now here comes Lawrence Santos. Inside hand finish on that right lane drive. And that is the first 2 points outside of Jack Salamia. 8-2 is our count. Chan sends it out to Ramos. Another three on the way, off to the right. And that goes out of bounds. Not enough room there to be saved by Kiel Profeta. Forward pass inside to Salamia, but that pass from Glenn Chan a little too strong to handle. Five minutes and 35 left here in the opening period. Chan trying to make a move here. 12 to shoot. Now in the hands of Pasikolan. High off the window, Patrick Chan misses. Another miss downstairs, this time from Kiel Profeta. Lawrence Santos, baseline drive. Santos, high archer. There's a foul on the play.
Number 17, Pasikulan is first. On the line, shooting for two, Lawrence Santos.
Lawrence Santos will head to the line, but first we will have our mandatory swaps. Santos makes the first of two free throws. Santos makes both free throws, 10-2. There's a whistle on the play. And Perez with the turnover earlier. Salamia feeds Bly, goes downstairs. It will stay with fire stop with 12 seconds on the shot clock. Santos, shovel pass. Jack Salamia gets the hoop, the harm, the three-point play the hard way. 8 points already in this ball game. And Jay Pasicolan gets called for that last foul. Bonus free throw up and in for Salamia. 13-2 start, an 11-point advantage here for Firestop Honda Mobile Mines. Shot clock at 12 here. Lawrence Santos, great anticipation. Santos, rim running, attacking, fouled, nearly gets a three-point play. 3 minutes and 49 left here in the first quarter. And Perpetual help F2 Logistics already in penalty, and they call the timeout. We'll be right back after a moment.
It's shared when you live it. Beyond the next. Lead beyond. We are the JCI Manila. Lead beyond. We are the JCI Manila. Lead beyond. We are the JCI Manila. JCI Manila bigger than before. Lead beyond. We are the JCI Manila. Lead beyond. We are the JCI Manila. Lead beyond. We are the JCI Manila. JCI Manila. Lead beyond.
LB26 hindi magpapatalo. Meron pa bang masihigit? Sige, subukan.
Lawrence Santos at the free throw line once more for Firestop Honda Mobile Mines. Missing the front end of two. Makes 1 out of 2 and swishes that one in. 14-2. A 12-point cushion here for Firestop Honda Mobile Mines as we approach the final 3 minutes of the opening frame. They go to Chan. Chan slides through, gives it up to Profeta, who loses that basketball at the baseline. Three minutes and 23 left here in the opening period. Firestop Honda Mobile Mines trying to duplicate what they did earlier in their main league victory. They go downstairs to Andrew Bly, who gets hammered, and he will go to the line for 2 shots. Kiel Profeta with his second personal foul. 3 minutes left here in the opening period. It's off to the right on the first free throw. Chance to make this at least a baker's dozen 13-point lead, and yes, he does. Exactly 3 minutes left in the first period. Corner 3 on the way. A leaner is an air ball, unfortunately. Lawrence Santos to Mark Ko. Ko sends it to the corner. Ryan Yapkianwi. And a foul downstairs, and another pair of free throws here for Firestop Honda Mobile Mines. Kiel Profeta now with 3 personal fouls this early. 2 minutes and 38 left in the period, and Bly missing the first of 2 free throws. Can he at least salvage the second one like earlier? But fails to do so. Long rebound won by Jack Salamia. Mark Ko. 12 seconds to shoot. Santos. They go to Bly, and Jack Salamia misses that layup. And looks like we got a wardrobe malfunction here for Ryan Yapyanwi, as his shoes are starting to talk, for the lack of a better term. Mandatory swap, and re-entering the ball game is Glenn Chan. Two minutes and 15 left in the opening period. Patrick Chan rises for three. Rattles that one in. It's down to a 10-point ball game, 15-5. Marco surveying the floor. Gave it up to Glenn Chan. Jack Salamia. Nice find down low to Bly. Bly overshoots the mark. Bly on another try. Off the window and in. The reigning, defending champions here in the D-League on the roll, 17-5. Profeta makes his move. Drops it downstairs. The threer unanswered though for Perpetual Help. 1 minute and 18 remaining. Santos makes his move, drives the left lane. Santos puts it up, doesn't drop. Second try here for Fire Stop. Salamia from the foul line. Bounces out rather. A minute left here in the opening period. 17-5 in favor of Fire Stop. Patrick Chan still with the leather. Sends it out to Profeta. Three from the elbow. Rims out. Marco pushing pace, pushing tempo. Feeds Lawrence Santos. Inside hand finish. Gets the hoop, the harm, the 3-point play the hard way. And Jay Pasicolan will also get his third personal foul, just like Kiel Profeta earlier. 39.6 remaining in the quarter, and Santos misses that bonus. Last possession perhaps for Perpetual Help F2 Logistics for the period. Lawrence Santos to Salamia. Salamia! Great body control for the layup. It's now 21-5. Not a typo, not an error, folks. It's been a dominant evening for Fire Stop, the reigning defending D-League champions. 4 seconds left. Shot clock is off here for Perpetual Help. They need to put one up here. Profeta at the buzzer. And are they going to count it? So it looks like they're going to review that last play, but from my vantage point, it looked good. So the referees will review that one. And they will count that basket. It's at the end of one. It's 21-7 for Fire Stop Honda Mobile Mines over Perpetual Help F2 Logistics. We will return in a moment to continue 2026 JCI Manila Basketball League D-League action as we take a look one more time. This time on that Andrew Bly basket off the window.
Every game matters, every possession, every second, pressure and progression. This season the crown isn't defended, it's hunted, it's hunted.
One shot, one stop, one moment can change everything. JCI Manila Basketball League 2026. Anyone can win. Anyone can win.
Let's go.
Anyone can win.
Second quarter now underway here in the 2026 JCI Manila Basketball League D-League action, presented by Baraga Trading, powered by Kings of the Court, also brought to you by PG Flex Linoleum, Active Counterflow Freight Forwarding, Siggy, Sports Plus PH, Stretch X, and Shao Kao Barbecue. Tiago Del Paz bringing you the action from courtside here at the Upper Deck Sports Center West in Pasig City. Marco surveying the floor, gives it to Salamia. First three of the ball game? No. Bly didn't need to jump that high. 2 tries, no dice. But on the third try, this time Glenn Chan is a jolly good fellow, which nobody can deny. 23-9. Dominant performance so far by Firestop as they begin their title defense campaign here in the D-League. Last season they defeated Ahmad Wild Ventures Prime Build Hub in a thrilling best-of-3 finals. Salamia to Marco. Straight away 3. He's got the range and he knocks it in. 26-9. 8 minutes and 33 left here in the first half. David Ramos. Series of moves. Kicks it out. Patrick Chan. Too strong on the 3-point attempt. Mark Vincent Ko goes downhill. Mark Vincent Ko slaloming through like an Olympic skier but fails to capitalize in transition. Patrick Chan sends it downstairs. Profeta misses from point blank. Lawrence Santos with the rebound. Santos trying to take it himself, but this time gives it to Salamia. Kick out pass to Glenn Chan. They go downstairs. Lawrence Santos. The read thin lefty making it from the dunker spot earlier. David Ramos had his pocket pick from behind. Recovers the loose ball. Kicks it out. 3-pointer. That's good for Mark Gotauco. Okay, they rule it as a long 2 as his feet were inside the lines. Marco directing traffic. Now to Glenn Chan. Salamia down the middle. 12 on the shot clock. They go to Marco. Salamia from the foul line. Won't go through. Marco gives Firestop a second lease on life. But that was an errant pass from Lawrence Santos. David Ramos. Settling the troops here. Ramos' pass goes out of bounds off Profeta's fingers. 6 minutes and 50 remaining here in the second quarter, and Firestop will call this timeout as we take a look at this long 2 earlier, courtesy of Mark Gotauco.
Pinoy, lahat gawa sa pawis at husay ng Pinoy. Champion ka sa PG Flex. Tatak Pinoy, ito ang the best. Basta PG Flex, sigurado ang quality. Tarpaulin, linoleum, karmating, plastic cover at iba pa. Tatak matibay, tatak Pinoy. Lahat gawa sa pawis at husay ng Pinoy. Champion ka sa PG Flex. Tatak Pinoy, ito ang the best. Basta PG Flex, sigurado ang quality. Tarpaulin, linoleum, karmating, plastic cover.
Under 7 minutes to go before we hit the halftime break. Turnover committed by Firestop coming off their own timeout. Ramos inside the paint, too strong. Ramos the second time around. This time baby that one. Salamia forward pass. Andro Bly overshoots the target. Lawrence Santos to a diving Salamia. Salamia inside to Bly. Throws the ball away. And now here comes Patrick Chan. Chan makes his move, gives it to Ramos. One-legged shot, too strong. Lawrence Santos heading the 2-on-3. Santos gets his pocket picked from the help side by Kiel Profeta. Now they send it to Mark Gotauco. Jumper off the window. The bank is open late on a Sunday for Perpetual Help F2 Logistics. 5 minutes and 45 left in the second. Marco drops it inside for Santos. They go back to Marco. Bly downstairs, inside. that restricted semicircle. 30-13, a 17-point advantage for Firestop Honda Mobile Mines. Patrick Chan sends it back to Ramos. Straightaway three. Left it short. Rebound, Andro Blay. Mark Vincent Ko feeds Jack Salamia. Salamia, back to Mark Ko. Wasting away a lot of clock here. 12 to shoot. They go to Salamia downstairs. A little too deep for that reverse layup. 4 minutes and 55 remaining here in the second. Chan, open three. Too strong. Santos with a rebound. Salamia had his pocket picked by Profeta. Profeta, left-handed finish. And we got our mandatory swaps midway through the period. And it's now to a 15-point ball game in favor of Firestop Honda Mobile Mines. Again, a reminder, these are the defending champions here in the D-League, trying to retain their crown. Most of them running it back for this season. They go downstairs to Glenn Chan and Marco with the score downstairs. 4 minutes and 23 remaining here in the second period. Baseline J, too strong for Eric De Jesus. Mark Vincent Ko feeds Salamia. Salamia to Mark Ko, high off the window and in. As we approach the final 4 minutes of the second. There's a downhill attack by Perez. Sends it out to Eric De Jesus. Got Tauco, rainbow shot, too strong. Ryan Yap Kianwi throws the ball away. And Jack Salamia tried to get the steal here. Gotauco, extra pass, Ramos, triple attempt, short. Lawrence Santos, pushing pace. 2-on-1, Santos feeds Mark Ko. Probably the easiest 2 points any of these guys will have all day. Perez, going downhill. His pass picked away by Ryan Yapkianwi. Lawrence Santos sidesteps. Tried to go for the offhand finish. No good. Perez tried to make his move. Sends it down low. And the ball tapped away by Firestop. But that only delayed this possession. 10 to shoot, and Perez shuffled his feet like a deck of cards, and the dealer caught him with that violation. Firestop will burn their final timeout of the half with 2:47 left in the second as we take a look at this give and go. Salamia feeds Mark Ko with that high off the window shot.
Seasons. The standard was set. Now they're coming. They're all coming. New blood, new fire, no favorites, no guarantee.
2 minutes and 47 remaining here in the first half. We're about to hit intermission on this D-League battle between Firestop and Perpetual. Firestop burning their final timeout of the first half. Marco missing that jumper from beyond the arc. And now Perpetual help F2 Logistics trying to manufacture something, anything that would at least give them something to work with come second half. Perez whiffs up an air ball that's iron deficient. Lawrence Santos, the feed inside, Chan with the score down low. Down to the last 2 minutes of the second period. 23-point advantage for Firestop Honda Mobile Mines. Glenn Chan gets the rebound off that Ramos miss. Marco throws the ball away and headed into the dark of night, out the door. Minute and 35 left before we hit the intermission. Perpetual help slowing things down. It's in the hands here of Perez. Perez hounded by Salamia. Shot clock down to 12. Salamia, or should we say Perez, gives it up to Ramos. Now Jay Pasicolan rises, elbow three, and it's way off target. And now Jack Salamia on the run. Salamia jump stop off the window and in. And easily that Jack Salamia, 6 months after that, or should we say just months after getting that appendectomy, playing as good as ever. Perez whips up the air ball. Rebound secured by Ryan Yapkianwi. Lawrence Santos going downhill. Lawrence Santos, left-handed finish. 35 seconds remaining in the second. Perpetual help needs to cross the timeline, and quick. 14 seconds on the shot clock. Perez still with that basketball. Perez makes his move through the left lane. The runner to no avail. Pasicolan back to Perez, who did not establish his position inbound. 15.2 seconds remaining. Enough time for a last shot here for Firestop Honda Mobile Mines. 6 seconds to shoot. Chan. 1 second left, an air ball, and that will end 2 quarters of action. Firestop Honda Mobile Mines leading Perpetual Help F2 Logistics 42-15. We'll be back with third quarter of action here in the JCI Manila Basketball League, presented by Beraga Trading.
beyond. JCI Manila. Lead beyond. JCI Manila. Lead beyond. JCI Manila. JCI Manila bigger than before. Lead beyond. We are the JCI Manila. Lead beyond. We are the JCI Manila. Lead beyond. We are the JCI Manila. JCI Manila. Lead beyond.
LB26 hindi magpapatalo. Meron pa bang masihigit? Sige subukan ninyo. Basta kami nandito, hindi matitibag to. Laging itotodo ang lahat, ibibigay, ipapanalo.
Sa dami-dami na nating mga nagawa, mas titibay pa tayo lalo dahil palaging handa. Hindi pangkaraniwan, kami ay pangdiinan. We are the JCI Manila that will lead you beyond. Lead beyond. We are the JCI Manila. Lead beyond. We are the JCI Manila. Lead beyond. We are
This is the 2026 JCI Manila Basketball League. It's presented to you by Baraga Trading, powered by Kings of the Court, brought to you by PG Flex Linoleum Active, Counterflow Freight Forwarding, Siggy, Sports Plus PH, Stretch X, and Shao Kao Barbecue. Third quarter of action now underway. And a quick 4 points for Firestop as we take a look quickly, and it's a wedgie. There you go, that's the wedgie right there. There we go, finally they break it free. And quick look at the numbers. Firestop Honda Mobile Mines 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 men strong. And yet they're taking perpetual help by Storm and Lawrence Santos with that finish. And it's now 48-15, just like that. So it's a quick 6-0 blast to start the third quarter of action. 53% shooting for Firestop in the first half, compared to Perpetual's 22%. And that includes 1 3-pointer each on both ends of the floor. 32-10 rebounding battle won by Firestop Honda Mobile Mines. And of course, with better scoring comes better playmaking. 13 assists for Firestop, 3 for Perpetual. But surprisingly, Perpetual with 9 steals compared to 4 for Firestop. And of course, the points in the paint favoring Firestop as they attack the basket a little bit more. 34-6. Fast break points 17-4. Also in favor of Firestop. Our leading scores at the halftime break, by the way, for Firestop, it's Jack Salamia with 13, Lawrence Santos with 11, and Mark Vincent Ko quietly with 9 points. While for Perpetual help, F2 Logistics, 3 players with 4 points each, and Kiel Profeta, David Santos, and Mark Gotauco. And let's go back to live action here. Andrew Bly missing from close range.
Now let's visit on number 88, Andrew Blay, his first.
Andrew Bly got called for that last foul. As we are down to the final 7 minutes and 34 of the fourth and final quarter. Third quarter rather. 12 seconds on the shot clock. Perez launches it. Couldn't deal. Long rebound won by Profeta. Profeta! With that drive to the hole and made the prophecy come true. Marco gives it up to Chan. Back to Marco. Touch pass inside to Bly. Shot clock down to 7. They feed Lawrence Santos down low, and it will stay with Firestop with 4 seconds on the shot clock.
Shot clock, 4 seconds.
Bly off the inbound, misfires from point blank. Patrick Chan takes the 3, rims out. Marco taps it out, and Ryan Yap Kamwi recovers the loose ball. Yap Kamwi on the give and go.
Ryan Yap.
And Yap Kamwi with a replacement pair of shoes after that blowout in the first quarter. And now it's a 3-on-3 fast break headed by Marco. Marco misses that right-handed finish. Profeta pushing the pace. They go downstairs to Gotauco. The feed to Perez, who misses from point blank. Perez recovers the loose ball. 12 seconds on their shot clock. They go to Patrick Chan. Another 3. Same spot as earlier. Same result. A miss. A second lease on life here for Perpetual Help F2. Too strong off the glass for Perez. And a counter steal completed by Jay Pasicolan. Another 3 on the way for Patrick Chan, and it's a hat trick of misses. from that very same spot. Cherry picking Glenn Chan for 2.
Glenn Chan.
Gotauko, 15 seconds on the shot clock. Hands it off to Jay Perez. Perez with 10 to shoot. Perez with the runner. Rims out. Marco hauls down the rebound. Lawrence Santos pushing pace. Santos on the 2-on-3. Santos with that pocket picking move. And Lawrence Santos still down on the ground. By the way, action shifts to Gameville Ballpark come next weekend. That will be April 26th, Sunday. We'll have a full slate in the D League and 3 matches in the main league, as well as an OG League matchup coming your way. And we got a game clock malfunction. 54-17 is our count, and we will have a quick break. We'll be right back in a moment. And that moment is now. 4 minutes and 33 remaining here in the third quarter. Firestop Honda Mobile Mines 54, Perpetual Help F2 Logistics 17, and that is not a typo. The defending champions in firm control of this one all throughout the match, despite only playing with 7 players tonight. David Ramos. And the feed inside to Kiel Profeta for the score. Not 7 players, 6 players rather for Firestop Honda Mobile Mines. Your reigning defending D-League champions. Dominant so far tonight. But the question is, and of course, they would be wishing that they would have the same level of dominance all season long, as they are trying to retain that crown that they won over Ahmad Wild Ventures Prime Build Hub nearly a year ago. Marco, 1 out of 2 from the line. 55-19. 36-point advantage here for Firestop Honda Mobile Mines. 3 minutes and 36 left here in the third quarter. Pasicolan, long 2, won't go through. Long rebound 1 by Jay Perez. They go to the corner. 3-pointer off the mark for Patrick Chan, but Kiel Profeta once more sticking it in from downstairs. Santos to Marco. 16 seconds on the shot clock. They go downhill to Andrew Blay, and there's a foul on the play. Pair of swaps here for Perpetual Help F2 Logistics. Mark Gotauko and Eric De Jesus re-entering the ball game for Patrick Chan and Jay Perez. Marco sets it up from the elbow but misses. Profeta trying to go rim running and loses control of the basketball. 2 minutes and 45 left here in the third, and Ramos overshoots the mark, and unfortunately for Kiel Profeta, lost real estate at the baseline. Firestop Honda Mobile Mines calls his timeout.
Tatak matibay, tatak Pinoy. Lahat gawa sa pawis at husay ng Pinoy. Champion ka sa PG Flex. Tatak Pinoy, ito ang ang the best. Basta PG Flex, sigurado ang quality. Tarpaulin, linoleum, karmating, plastic cover at iba pa. Tatak matibay, tatak Pinoy. Lahat gawa sa pawis at husay ng Pinoy. Champion ka sa PG Flex. Tatak Pinoy, ito ang the best. Basta PG Flex, sigurado ang quality. Tarpaulin, linoleum, karmating, plastic cover at iba pa. Tatak matibay, tatak Pinoy. Lahat gawa sa pawis at husay ng Pinoy. Champion ka sa PG Flex. Tatak Pinoy, ito ang the best.
2 minutes and 37 remaining here in the third quarter. Fire stop, Honda Mobile Minds trying to sharpen the saw, calling that last time out. And Marco knocks it in from the right elbow. Perpetual help F2 Logistics trying to at least make this more interesting. And that's a missed three for Kiel Profeta, who tries to check out his range. So 5 remaining. The runner off target for Eric De Jesus. Gotauco swings it. Ramos for 3, left it short. Glenn Chan with the rebound. Lawrence Santos goes to Marco. Marco says, "See you later." Games next weekend at Gameville Ballpark, court number 2. D-League action between Firestop Honda Mobile Minds taking on Palawan Ever Solar Cell CK Wealth Henrys. Then the second game, it will be Jetland Waters Latitude Worldlinks Dynamics versus Indiano 5-6ers. Vincent Ko scoring downstairs for Firestop as they extend their lead to 40 points, 61-21. And then it will be Tyson Petroman, Megabon, Ayala Land, Bergara Trading, Purple Rice taking on Jethrock, Workscale FR Sevilla. And in our final D-League game of that day, it will be Perpetual Help F2 Logistics taking on Flicker Tech Hypebeast. 53.2 seconds left here in the third quarter. Of course, I will mention our main league matchups next weekend. This time it will be at Gameville Ballpark in Mandaluyong City. "30 seconds remaining. Gotauco feeds Jesus but throws it away. Lawrence Santos on the run against Pasicolan. Lawrence Santos, see you later. 65-21 is our count. 10 seconds remaining. Gotauco brings the ball up court. Feeds it to Ramos. 1 second left. The spin, the shot off the glass, and that will be 3/4 down. Firestop Honda Mobile Minds, the reigning defending champions, still leading Perpetual Help F2 Logistics 65-21. Don't go anywhere. Fourth quarter of action in the D-League of your JCI Manila Basketball League. When we return, as we take a look at that Lawrence Santos finish with the left hand against Jay Pasicolan. We'll be right back in a moment.
PG Flex, sigurado ang quality. Tarpaulin, linoleum, karmating, plastic cover at iba pa. Tatak matibay, tatak Pinoy. Lahat gawa sa pawis at husay ng Pinoy. Champion ka sa PG Flex. Tatak Pinoy, ito ang the best. Basta PG Flex, sigurado ang quality. Tarpaulin, linoleum, karmating, plastic cover at iba pa. Tatak matibay, tatak Pinoy. Lahat gawa sa pawis at husay ng Pinoy. Champion ka sa PG Flex. Tatak Pinoy, ito ang the best.
This is the 2026 JCI Manila Basketball League opening night, presented by Baraga Trading, powered by Kings of the Court, brought to you by PG Flex Linoleum, Active, Counterflow Freight Forwarding, Siggy, Sports Plus PH, Stretch X, and Shao Kao Barbecue. Lawrence Santos opening up the scoring here for Firestop Honda Mobile Minds, 6-7, 21 against Perpetual Help F2 Logistics. My name is Diego Del Paz, bringing you the action from courtside here at the West Court of the Upper Deck Sports Center in Pasig City. Jack Salamia with the give and go. Salamia in heavy traffic. Two defenders, no problem. 9 minutes and 15 remaining as day has firmly given way to the Knights here in Pasig City. 3-pointer is short for Patrick Chan. It will stay with Perpetual Help F2 Logistics with 14 seconds on their shot clock. Pasicolan and a steal there by Lawrence Santos. Salamia all alone, right-handed finish. Goodbye. 8 minutes and 37 left in the final period of play. As this one almost a formality for Firestop Honda Mobile Mines. It's now a 50-point advantage. 71-21. Perez misses that jumper. He gets his own miss. Perez drops it off. The attack by Profeta off the glass. Kiel Profeta adding 2 more on the board to his name. Salamia sends it out for Glenn Chan. Now Marco surveying the floor. 12 seconds on their shot clock. They go downhill. Salamia with the pass to Bly. Off glass. Rolls out. Long rebound Patrick Chan. Chan goes downhill. Chan in the 2-on-2. Misses. Andrew Bly with the rebound. Lawrence Santos. Now in the hands of Glenn Chan. Chan attacks himself. Shot rolls out. Rebound secured by Jay Pasicolan. Glenn Chan. Left elbow 3. Short. Rebound by Andrew Bly. Salamia. They go inside. And not a problem for Glenn Chan with that spin seal to the finish. Under 7 minutes to go in this one. Jumper up and no good. Long rebound. Glenn Chan. And that pass nearly stolen by Patrick Chan. Salamia misses that jumper. In transition, Perez nearly hurried that shot but found its way down to the bottom. 6 minutes and 30. 48-point lead here for Firestop, your reigning defending JCI Manila Basketball League D-League champions. Marco gives it up to Salamia. It's off of Patrick Chan.
Substitution, Eric De Jesus, Jackson.
Eric De Jesus
For Patrick Chan.
entering the ball game for Jay Pasicolan. Salamia got the foul on that play. Oh, it's on Jack Salamia rather. Warding off Patrick Chan. Six minutes and 11 to go in this one. Chan makes his move. Jumper, an air ball, iron deficient. Profeta gets a steal. Profeta, rim running, rack attack, misses. And now Jack Salamia, cherry picking, and the easy 2. His easiest points of the night. As we are down to the last 5 minutes and 40 of this matchup. And it's out of bounds off the heels of Jay Perez. Unlucky break right there for Perpetual Help. As we are approaching the final 5 minutes of the match. Andrew Bly backing down his defender. Tried to give it to Salamia. Goes out of bounds, but it will stay with Firestop. We got David Ramos returning to the ball game, placing Jay Perez. 14 seconds on the shot clock. Exactly 5 minutes to go in this one. Salamia off the inbound, and then Glenn Chan, great feed off that inbound. And we'll take a look at our main league action starting at 2 in the afternoon at Gameville Ballpark Court 1. Tyson, Petroman, Megabon, Ayala Land, Bergara take Purple Rice taking on Perpetual F2 Logistics. Indiana 56ers taking on Palawan. And in our main game, Just Rock Workscale FR Sevilla versus Jetland. That's all coming your way here in the JCI Manila Basketball League 2026. 4:06 remaining in this one. And it's been a pleasure bringing you all the games today on opening day. As we are down to the final 4 minutes of this one. Ramos sends it to Patrick Chan, drives closer, floater up the glass, and it won't fall through for Kiel Profeta. Jack Salamia all alone, see you later. 81-25, and it's been all fire stop all game long, and no doubter. Salamia opened the ball game with 6 straight points all on his own, which set the tone for the rest of this one. And Jack Salamia, as I keep on harping all game long, coming off that that surgery that sidelined him for months, but it doesn't look like he lost a step at all. And that is what's amazing about him and his performance today. Final 3 minutes and 19 of this one. Marco feeds the ball to Bly, but it goes wayward. We're down to the final 3 minutes of this ball game. 81-26. The defending D-League champions about to move up to 1-0 in this young season. As we are down to the midnight hours of this one, Mark Ko taps it away. It will stay with Perpetual Help with 4 seconds on their shot clock. Perez from foul line extended, left it short. De Jesus with a long rebound. 12 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Perez makes a move. Swings it from just outside the key. A miss for Eric De Jesus. Less than 2.5 remaining. Yap, quick hitter. Got it. That's Ryan Yap Kianwi. Fire Stop Honda Mobile Mines 83. Perpetual Help F2 Logistics 26. And Jay Pasicolan did not establish his position in the front court. That's why it's a backcourt violation. And the last 2 minutes are upon us here inside the Upper Deck Sports Center. And the ball goes out of bounds. Tap last by Perpetual Help F2 Logistics. Baseline inbound here for Fire Stop with 8 seconds on their shot clock. They go to Yap Kianwi. Downstairs. Bly with the score 85-26. 59-point lead for Firestop Honda Mobile Mines. And that was a methodical demolition job from the get-go for the reigning, defending D-League champions. Salamia, right-handed score. 61-point advantage for Firestop Honda Mobile Mines. No mercy whatsoever. David Ramos. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Ramos still on it. Salamia, well, with that intense defense and a foul against Ryan Yap Kenwi. That is just the 13th foul on Firestop Honda Mobile Mines with 1:12 in the ball game. Salamia nearly gets a steal. Great presence of mind right there for Patrick Chan to throw it off of Jack Salamia. Shot clock at 8. Near turnover there for Ramos. Ramos turns around and throws up an air ball. And the shot clock runs out with 58.8 seconds left in the ball game. Again, it's been a wire-to-wire Firestop ball game. Three-pointer connects for Andro Bly. 45.1 seconds left. And we got a pair of swaps here. Gotauco and De Jesus in.
Mark Gotauco for Jake Masinola.
43 seconds left in the match. Patrick Chan trying to at least make this a respectable finish. 90-26 is our tally. .63, now 65-point lead. Thanks to that Ryan Yap Kenwi layup off a Jack Salamia pass. Long two, short for Profeta. Another steal here by Patrick Chan. 6 seconds left and Chan lets it fly off to the right, and Profeta misses the last basket of the game. Firestop Honda Mobile Mines, your defending D-League champions, take this one over Perpetual Help F2 Logistics 92-28 to conclude opening day matches here in the 2026 JCI Manila Basketball League. As we take a look at this last inbound play earlier to conclude our highlights for this match. 2026 JCI Manila Basketball League is presented by Baraga Trading, powered by Kings of the Court, brought to you by PG Flex Linoleum, Active, Counterflow Freight Forwarding, Siggy, Sports Plus PH, Stretch X, Champao Barbecue.
It's real when you feel it.
Of course, on behalf of the hardworking team behind the scenes from Kings of the Court, my name is Yago De La Paz, signing off for now. This has been your 2026 JCI Manila Basketball League. We will see you again next week for second week of action, and of course, we would like to bid you good night from the beautiful Pasig City.
Basta PG Flex, sigurado ang quality tap.